There she blows. And I'm not on about Susan. We're on about what this film is about today. But I'm joined as usual by Susan over there. And we are Geeks of Simsel, of course. Do we need to introduce ourselves? No, we don't. We don't. Yeah, I think we know who we are by now. Um, and today we're discussing a 1956 movie starring Gregory Peck as Captain Ahab in Moby Dick from the novel by what's his face?
Herman Melville.
That's the one. And I'll tell you now, I tried reading that book twice in my life. It's hard work. It's a very, very hard work to get into. I don't think I managed to get through it. I gave up in the end. Um, but this movie is more accessible, I would say, than the book. So we'll go over to Susan now and her thoughts on Moby Dick, which is, of course, the tale of the great white whale and Captain Ahab and his revenge.
Yep.
So, Susan,
All
Moby
right.
Dick.
It's a John Huston movie. John Huston made things in epic style. You
Yeah.
know, the what do they call it? That Monument Valley. That's all. That was his favorite place to shoot. This was set at sea, so no. And it was people taking off from New Bedford, Massachusetts, which is on the south coast of Massachusetts, kind of sort of strategically uh, a nice sort of bay, and then they went down around down through the Atlantic Ocean and around the Cape of Good Hope on the southern part of Africa,
Mm.
and through that terrible turbulent area, and then over into the Indian Ocean, trying to connect with the white whale, which had done him so bad, way over by way past Madagascar. What did they say it was? It was by, man, it was kind of almost to the the Polynesian peninsulas and stuff, and the far eastern peninsulas. Anyway, there was a big sense of adventure that started off with these sailors, and they went through hell trying to get there, and it did at one point seem like the whale died as well as the captain died. I mean, spoilers. This was from 1955, I think.
56.
1956. Yeah. Anyway, so there's no spoilers, but yeah. And you could have read the book too. But
Mm.
the other thing that was really interesting about this was the way that there were so many different parts of so many different things that were antagonistic, that it became like it was man versus man. There were lots of that sort of head-to-head conflict, especially the Starbuck, the what is it called, first mate, and,
First mate, yeah.
and Captain Ahab crashing together, and there's man versus nature, of course, because it's the sea, and then man versus beast because of the white whale, and then man versus himself because Ahab was fucking crazy. It was just gone. I mean, he didn't have any emotions other than anger. He was played like you thought he was being stoic, but you could see his just madness and all of that. All of there were so many lines in this movie and in this book that show up in like Star Trek to The Wrath of Khan. I just gotta say, I just you get and
with
then
with his last breath.
yeah, and then there's like there was uh there was the woman accusing Picard in First Contact of being Captain Ahab, having to go hunt his whale in terms of the Borg. And the I know that this story must be actually part of the situation in other forms, but those two come right to mind because of who I am. And uh this the way I saw it when I read the book a long time ago, I saw Ishmael as an Arab guy, as a sort of shorter, dark-haired Arab guy with a big beard, and not this cutie pie played by Richard Basehart. I mean, he didn't look at all like the Ishmael in my head. It was just like this, like I don't know. Anyway, and then then I loved it. Yeah, there's lots of things to love about this movie, and I will get into those when I get talking with Lee about after he gets over his initial thoughts. Please.
Well, yeah, as I mentioned, you've read the book then, Susan.
I did
Ah,
a long time ago.
it's 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 for me. It was a lot of hard work, and I can't remember if I did finish it or not. But this is more enjoyable, the movie for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Okay.
Um, and I do like the way they've kept that old-fashioned language.
Mm.
I mean, I know it's 1956, but they didn't update the language. They kept the language how the book was written.
Mm-hmm.
So the way they were talking, thou and like that. Gregory Peck as Captain Ahab. What amazing portrayal! And it's
Yeah.
surprising as well that he hated the characterization he did.
No, really?
He wasn't happy with it.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I don't know why. He was just never happy with how the outcome of the movie.
Hmm.
So, but his portrayal for me, as you say, he's just mad. Didn't care about anything else. So selfish.
Mm-hmm.
All he wanted was that whale.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care about his crew.
Mm-hmm.
See his madness growing and growing and growing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and say great portrayal. I mean, Gregory Peck was one of the greatest American actors, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and his family name's carried on through Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Who ends
but
up
you
in Star Trek?
like to be sure, so we're going round in a loop here. But as you say, you have got a good ensemble cast. You've mentioned Richard Basehart, who also got Leo Gen as Starbuck, James Robertson Justice as Captain Boomer. Now he's a well-known English actor back in the day. Um, James Robertson Justice, Harry Andrews as Stubb. Who else have we got? Orson Welles in a little cameo
Mm-hmm.
as Father. Is it Maple? Father Maple?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that scene there. in the church with his pulpit was
The prow of a ship.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if they ever did that in real life, but that was just a great. So you're like towering over the the people in the church. And who played Quique? Frederick von Liederber
Mm-hmm.
with his prosthetic tattoos all over his body.
That's Maori. That's like he looked like a Maori native Indian
Yeah,
in
but this is
from
like this is 1956.
right.
Those were prosthetic tattoos put on his all over him. I mean, I don't know if that's one of the first movies of back then to use that, but it looked so good.
Uh-huh.
You couldn't tell that they were stuck, you couldn't tell they were stuck on. But they were great designs. And the way it was shot as well. I mean, now in 1958, you could see the model ships, model whales. You could
Uh-huh.
see, but back then, the cinema goers in 1956. Well, I bet they were awestruck with those action scenes in the water. They were shot so brilliantly.
Yeah.
Um, I know people say, "Oh, you're killing whales," but that's what they did back then.
The story's about a
The
whaling
whalers,
ship.
whalers, yeah, they're not Bob Marley and the Whalers, by the way. The whalers. It was it was business. It was, as it
I
said
mean,
in
the hockey team from like the neighboring state of Rhode Island was called the Hartford Whalers, or
yeah.
that's Connecticut. The Hartford Whalers, yeah.
I mean, it's
It
we
was
don't do it.
big.
Yeah, I mean, I know certain countries in the world like Japan still do it. Um, but looking at the scenes in this, what hard work! What you're putting your life on the lines to get these whales,
Mm-hmm.
slice and dice them, boil the meat down, get their oil for the countries around the world, for lights and because whale oil, blubber and that what powered. It was soap. It was,
Yeah,
uh, I mean, I'm from Hull in the UK. We was a whaling city, so we've got big whaling history.
yeah,
So it was so interesting to watch. I mean, I know it's a movie, but we'll never ever see, the harpoons, and you're seeing the whales drag the little boats down under the water. And you think,
mm-hmm.
that possibly did happen. So most probably 80% of the time, these people never came home.
Yeah,
But and in the end, as I say, there was only one survivor in this movie, Ishmael,
yeah.
which was saved by the coffin of all things. How,
Right.
how ironic!
And it's the Queequeg's coffin. Like it wasn't even. He
Hmm.
really wasn't even dead. He was just making the coffin ahead of time. That was
Yeah,
so weird.
yeah. I
The
actually
the thing that's go ahead.
no, just saying. Come on, you carry on. Oh,
Okay. The thing that was it was interesting the way that the other sailors they knew they had four whales. They had captured and killed four whales,
mm,
and they were busy hauling them back in, and that they'd worked so hard to get those, And then Ahab says,
No.
you need to cut the ropes and let those go, and we need to go. We need to set sail for this other place to go
Yeah.
catch that white whale. And it was just it was immense. That was like telling somebody, okay, well, why don't you set fire to your field? Oh, right. Well, why don't you, bulldoze your warehouse and your factory? I mean, what the fuck? Like that literally was it. Like that's the kind of craziness that Ahab had hit at that point. I mean, he had four whales, not just one, four. And you know how hard it was for those guys to get them.
Yeah.
Like that must have made. I mean, and then how he was able, through his stoic speech, Ahab was able to rally his
Yeah.
sailors. I couldn't believe that. That was so interesting. And I mean, he did it like he didn't do it like my grandfather was a sailor, and not a big ship sailor, but a big boat sailor. And he would swear at you if you didn't do right. And that was the way he was. He was kind of a grump. And my father actually was a hell of a lot easier to sail with. I mean, he was super, oh my God, super competitive. He still is. He's crazy competitive. But because his name was Dick, he had a boat. What was it? An E-boat with with six crew, I think is what they used to sail with. And his boat was named Moby Dick. So I mean, like this was one of his favorite stories. He used to sail in the Pacific and sail in the Atlantic, and now he's actually sailed pretty much every sea in the world and every ocean in the world. He's except for the Arctic. He is super mariner. I mean, he's just like he's really great. Anyway, I don't know what he thinks about this story though. But the the kind of connection that Ishmael was making with Queequeg was amazing. And then when Queequeg suddenly got the idea that he was going to die, and he stopped talking.
Yeah.
I mean, that was incredible. And then the other thing that was really incredible was Starbuck almost mutinying. He almost did a mutiny. I was like, oh my gosh.
He almost shot him.
Right.
Yeah.
He had his gun out. He was ready to
But
end
then,
Ahab.
but then when Ahab was dead, strapped to the whale, Starbuck
Yeah.
wouldn't let any of the crew go back. He says, "Go for the whale. We are whalers."
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So he's just changed his opinion.
And he starts following the whale too. It's like
Yeah.
a ghost. It's like something weird gets into you when you start going after that one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's left at the end that we don't know if Moby Dick died along with Ahab or he survived. We don't know. It's left a bit.
We don't.
We don't know. Um, Great. As I say, it was filmed Wales and Ireland and around the Portugal area.
Nice.
Uh, so Ireland and Wales was sort of standing in for Massachusetts and all like that.
Oh, okay.
And
And, there was like a kid in the city in the town that was played by someone that I really like as a human being and as a Doctor Who actor, Fraser Hines.
huh? Well,
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it was like, just capturing a glimpse of like how he was such a little tyke. Oh my god.
right. And I noticed in the credits as well,
Yeah,
the screenplay, Ray Bradbury,
Ray Bradbury. I know.
who is well known for his sort of world of sci-fi and things like
Uh-huh.
that. And I thought, well, that's an unusual name to see on a screenplay about a big great white whale.
Right? Oh my gosh.
So I don't know whether he must. Well, this is 1956, but so Bradbury was quite well known in the 50s, wasn't he?
Yeah,
It's-
this was like right after like those his five or six first books came out, right? Like 50 to 56, he was doing about one a year.
yeah,
Ours for robot or ours for rocket, excuse me, and then there was like those other ones that he was, yeah, Fahrenheit 451, yeah, those
yeah.
ones.
So this was a sort of a different departure for him,
Oh my gosh,
really.
right, yeah.
So this I
And
was quite when I
Houston wrote the screenplay too with him.
yeah, they must have worked together, yeah. But it came. I mean, I'd never noticed it, and I thought, oh, Ray Bradbury,
Yeah,
that would be
that's
no, yeah. So anything else, Susan?
um yeah, the Pequod itself was sort of a character. I noticed that it was like the ship itself, like the ship giving its all to the sailors.
Yeah.
Like you could see that the ship, you know, they felt like if they got back to the ship with you know with
Well,
a with a boat and an oar that they were at home, you know.
you've the Pequod wasn't the ship what they used for the Pequod. I'm just looking here now.
Yeah.
Was do you know what the name of the ship was? The real
No,
name of the ship what they used as the Pequod?
what?
Moby Dick. The Pequod
No
Pequod
kidding.
was portrayed by appropriately the Moby Dick, built in England in 1887 at the Ireland ship. The ship came into the hands of the film industry in the 50s.
No way.
So it was used in Treasure Island as well.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So there you go. Here we are. Also, as well, Steven Spielberg, when filming Jaws,
Hmm.
his intention was to introduce the Robert Shaw character Quint, like Ahab, and he wanted to introduce him by showing him watching the 1956 version of the film on the TV. However, permission to use the footage of the original film was denied by Gregory Peck,
Oh,
as Gregory Peck was uncomfortable with his performance.
oh no. What?
I don't know why. I mean, it was a great performance. Why didn't he?
And he would have gotten extra royalties, a huge amount of extra
Spielberg
royalties,
wanted, so Spielberg wanted to introduce Quint in the movie, watching Moby Dick
right?
on TV, but Gregory
That
Peck
was
wouldn't.
so epic. Oh my gosh. But
So
Quint is, now that you mention it, Quint is a bit like Ahab. I mean, he does play it sort of stoic, and then he gets further and further out there. That this was a great action movie too. I mean, in terms of like actually something that wasn't about pirates.
no,
You know, we always think of the open sea as like just like a pirates movie. Commercial uh, action movie, you know?
yeah, it was a story of a whaling ship and its crew
The
and the
crew,
mad
the commerce had action.
yeah and the mad captain who just wanted revenge for losing his leg and
And never having killed that creature. Yeah, right. It just
I mean the scene there with when he's on the side of the whale,
on the whale. Oh my gosh.
stabbing away, doing that speech. I was just going to say doing that speech from the Wrath of Khan, but it was the other way around in it.
Right, right.
But
So what's it? Yeah, go on.
doing that speech, and you see Moby Dick, its eye looking. I mean, great shot where it's just looking at Ahab under the water. He knew it was
Uh-huh.
under him, and then they say he's strapped to the whale forevermore.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what he wanted to be together with the whale.
Yeah,
But for me, it's great performance from Gregory Peck. I just don't understand why he thought it was not a good performance.
ridiculous.
Yeah, some actors you just can't you can't understand them, can you? And so, anything else, Susan?
Um, yeah, well, in Rome they used to tie somebody if you were if if you killed somebody, they were attached to your body like that. They were tied to your body.
What were?
The dead person.
Oh, right. I see. Right.
It was like a really, so I just think like, here's Moby Dick swimming around with this dead person tied to his body going,
Going like that,
yeah, yeah,
beckoning people forward.
yeah.
It's a great, as you say, it was
So
a
cool. So cool.
yeah. Because when you said about it just then, yeah, we always seem to think of the ocean movies. It's pirates.
Right?
Yes, I think that's what Hollywood only thinks of these days.
Yeah.
Um, so to be honest, I can't think of any other movies like this. What you don't have pirates? Maybe Master and Commander a few years back. We was
Yeah, there are the military, like the
yeah,
Navy battles. There are lots of those movies
yeah,
but this is not Navy, it's not pirates.
yeah,
It's something that is truly separate, and it really deserves its own sort of genre, because it is its own sort of storytelling, and the interesting, like, how many different kinds of conflict are going on in this. It's just amazing. It really is. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I am really glad you
yeah.
suggested
I
it.
mean, when the wind died down and they were stuck there in the ocean under that blazing sun.
Yeah, and Ahab was like, thought that it was like sort of waiting for the whale to go to its place.
Yeah.
And you know,
And
Starbucks all like, the first mate is all like, what we should do is we should set the boats out and row until we catch the wind.
mm,
I mean, that made so much sense, right?
then also the scene with the St. Elmos fire.
That was amazing. I looked that up too, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've heard of St. Elmos fire before. I knew what that was, but for him for Ahab to sort of use that to twist his belief
Yeah,
on amazing scene.
yeah,
Because after that, the crew would just do anything for him.
exactly.
Yeah,
He really was able to manipulate them so hard. It was amazing.
for his own gain.
Yeah, right? It was
Mhm.
so amazing. Yeah.
Anything else, Susan?
No, thanks. This was great.
And say you've never seen this one before either.
Precisely.
First time again. That's two on the trot for me, so I'm winning.
Yeah.
Right then, so go on then. What's your score?
Um, I will give this uh 10 coffins in the water out of 10. I really enjoyed it. And I ended up looking up my, let's see, I'm going to share this with you. No, not there. That's the St. Elmo's Fire one. Um, yeah, you look up Moby Dick was the name of a D-scow sailboat on Google. This is Google AI. The Lake Harriet Yacht Club stated that the name of a D-scow sailboat sailed by Dick Backstrom, who won the Pillsbury Memorial Cup race on Lake Harriet in 1958, 2 years before this movie
All right,
came out. So
58. No, that's 2 years after.
yeah, two years after.
Yeah, I thought it was time traveling then.
Well, it very well may be. Anyway, that was fun to see that come up on AI. Cheers to my dad. Anyway, gone.
Can I just say as well, a little cameo in this by Royal Dano playing Elijah, who predicted Ahab's death, um, which he appeared in a movie we recently reviewed, Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Mm-hmm.
He was selling lightning rods in that movie. Strange, there was some lightning rods in this movie.
Uh-huh.
So, bit of a coincidence there. But anyway, you
Yeah.
might have gone off on a tangent. Anyway, we're going for the scores then, are we? What's the scores on the dogs?
Yeah, 10 out of 10 coffins in the water.
Hmm.
And you, sir, your
Well,
score.
I will say it's definitely 10, but it's going to be 10 harpoons out of 10. Um,
Or lightning rods.
or lightning rods. Depends what you want. Um, great action, drama, and just to show you the way these whaling ships used to do the job. You learn something. I mean, okay, it's Hollywood who's glitched it up a bit. I'm guessing it'd have been a lot harder than what it showed on in the movie, and
Uh-huh.
just have a great performance from Gregory Peck, which
Yeah.
I don't understand why he didn't like it. It was an amazing performance. There you go. Have you seen it, guys? Have you seen this 1956 version? I know there is a 90s version with Patrick Stewart playing Ahab. Did you know
Oh,
that, Susan? Oh, and Gregory Peck cameos as Reverend Maple, the preacher in it.
wow.
But yeah, we've gone for the original. If you've seen it, please let us know. Leave a comment on below on this video. Um, Also, if you'd like to join us, leave a comment on the video or any of our videos. You'll find us on all social media platforms because we share it about a bit. All we ask you to be is 18 plus and have a camera and a microphone on the device you use. Also, please press the bell notification button on our YouTube channel and you'll get notified every time we put a video up. Is that it, Susan?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
that's it. So that's us done for another week. We don't know what we're going to do next week yet because we haven't discussed it. So we're gonna, as soon as this video finishes, that's what me and Susan are going to do. We're going to fight over what we're going to do
Okay.
as usual every week in, week out.
Fighting all the time.
So until next time, please be safe now.